Hey, if you don't know who I am, my name is Chris M. Walker. I'm the CEO and founder of Legiit.com and a bunch of other cool shit too. And today is Sunday, so that means I'm going to take your questions on every topic and I'm going to answer them. So let's get into it and have some fun or at least learn something. And start here. All right, welcome aboard the I don't know. Just welcome aboard. I don't know where I was headed with that sentence, but let's get into it. We'll start in I don't know, a minute or two. It's Sunday, so I'm trying to keep it low key, as the kids probably don't say anymore. But yeah, so if you got any questions, pile them up in the chat, particularly in the chat if you are on Facebook, on YouTube, but on Facebook as well in the comments. It doesn't matter where you are. I will answer. Unless your question is stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Now, don't get me wrong. There are stupid questions despite that cliche, but I'll try to answer even the stupid questions. So there's almost nobody here. It's probably too early on a Sunday, but that's my time is my time. So I get here when I can, because right now there's literally only 4 people on. So hopefully, unless it's underreporting, but hopefully somebody shows up. If not, I have some questions queued up from the week. But once we've been here for about 5 minutes, I'll start rattling them off and I'll go through my schedule and then I'm going to go back to doing nothing. Hello there. I have an issue where I'm trying to create a service on music promotion. What can cause the rejection? IFE Paul, welcome aboard. What you need to do is use your eyes and read the rejection reason for the service and then rectify it. So every time we reject a service, we tell you why. So what you got to do is go look at it and realize that that's the reason and then fix it. If you're watching this right now live, please do me a favor and ask how to make money on Legiit in the chat. And if you're watching this in the future on a replay, please type how to make money how to make money on Legiit in the comments, because it will just help us show up more for that question and hopefully make it to where I don't have to answer it as often. So thank you for that. Keith says, hey, Chris. Cianata says hello. Terry says hello, Chris. Muir says hi, boss. Happy Sunday. Clipmix says hello, boss. Esmita Sorna says how I can make money on Legiit. I'm new here. The basic answer is you need to offer a service that business owners need and will help them, and then present it in a way that is professional and shows your competence at the thing that you are offering, and then sell it to people. And I don't just mean list it and wait for money to fall on you. I mean, go out and work and earn the money, and then you can get some traffic from the site too. Shannon says, good afternoon. Zaz said, I know I pronounce your name differently every time, but says hello. Pardeep says, hey, Chris, good to see you again. How to make money on Legiit. Are you actually asking, or are you just doing what I answered? If so, I just answered it before. If not, thank you for putting it there. Rokan says, hello, boss. Sunada, I think I just answered you, right? No, that was Esmita. Yeah, well, I just answered that regardless. Terry and Shannon helping me out. I see. It says, hi, Chris, non-tech question. Did the Myrtle Beach forest fires affect you? Thank you for asking. No, I'm far enough, even though on the map it doesn't look like I'm that far away, I'm far enough away to where I was safe. And as far as I know, no one was injured. Let me just show you on the map where that was in relation to me. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm not going to show you exactly where I live because there's some weird fuckers out there, but let's see. I live somewhere around here. I actually don't see the exact road, but actually, I live somewhere in this area, and the fires were up here somewhere. It was actually, it must be, it must have gotten better because before it was actually showing it on Google Maps, but that's where it was. It's about a 20 minute drive from where I live. So thank you for asking, but no, I'm fine. And as far as I know, everybody else is too. I don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but yeah. I missed your live session today because I'm outside of home. Well, first of all, good for you for getting out, but it's happening right now and you're here. So you didn't actually miss it. Doing what you asked. Okay, cool. Thank you. More services. More services. There's your free plug. All right. Let's you can keep piling any questions you have in the chat and I will take them for you. Again, if you're watching this, if you're just joining us or if you're watching in the future, please comment or chat how to make money on Legiit. I'm hoping that if I have enough instances of that in the search, YouTube search, it'll be less times I have to answer that question. So there we go. All right. Today is 3/16. Happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, everyone. Give me a hell yeah. Don't actually. Hopefully somebody else gets that reference. I know it's pretty dated at this point. I'm new to Legiit. How can I make money here? I already answered that, but basically you need to list services. We don't have gigs. First of all, we have services. And I know it does say gigs on the SEO category page, but that's for SEO purposes only. Basically, you need to list a service that a business needs, present it in a way that they will find appealing, and then go tell them about it. Hey, Chris, how can I discover services that people actually want to buy on Legiit and position my messaging to offer? So I get why you ask that, but it's the wrong way of looking at it. What you need to do is, well, it's not exactly the wrong way of looking at it. You have a certain set of skills, like the dude in Taken. You should list those and market them. I don't really like the concept of learning a new skill because there's a market for it. I prefer someone list what they're good at. And it's not to say you shouldn't learn new skills, but you should. But yeah, I guess the easiest answer is to think about what a business needs. So talk to ChatGPT, ask them what businesses are looking for to help them grow or scale or get better. And then see if that fits your current skill set or if it's something you can easily add to it and then go from there. So I know that was a little unspecific. I hope that helps a little bit though. iCar says 316. What? Hey, Chris. Hey, Dev. Alrighty, think big principle number 12. I think this is timely because a lot of people are saying, I can't find my service in search. That's because you haven't done a good enough job to deserve to be shown yet, but you still can. Your past does not, I don't know why I'm talking like a game show host today. Your past does not define your future. No matter what has happened to you, and let me put that differently. No matter what has happened in your past or has happened before, because things don't happen to you, they happen because of you. But no matter what's happened before, you have the power to change everything starting today. Starts with a simple decision to change, and then you can change, and then you can stop looking backwards, and everything you want is ahead of you. To put it another way, there is no past, there is no future, there's only now. So if you learn how to get good at now, you'll be able to always be progressing and always be happy. Not always happy, but in a happy opportunity because you're focusing on making now good. And now is always happening. So your past does not define you. That's think big principle number 12. Morning, I think big. I check my Eat, Sleep, and Aura. Actually, I haven't checked Aura in a while. I haven't been wearing my ring. I read a daily Stoic. I do some exercise and eat some breakfast. This says business administration, but it's really, I'm just going in sequence more or less. I review my messages. I'm going to go for a walk today. Finally, the weather here is good enough to allow it. We've had a much longer winter than we usually do. So anyway, and then I'm going to read. I have a bunch of books, and one I'm really enjoying. I can't even remember the name now, but I bought it yesterday, and it's a fiction book, which is interesting. God, I can't remember the name. It's pissing me off. So we'll do that. I prepared for this live stream, such as it is. It basically just meant filling this out and sending out an email. Ooh, I need to send a browser notification as well. I have a YouTube video I still need to record. My guy has been very patient on that. I need to get it off my list. I'll respond to my messages. I'll post to Facebook and engage in the Superstar SEO Facebook group, which, by the way, is working. The group is starting to get a little bit more traction again. So yay. I'll post the big challenge in Slack, which I already did. And I'll refine my SaaS. I want to tweak the Chrome extension that I made. And I also need to apply for the Google Chrome store. And I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. And then dinner, some more reading, and then bedtime. So that's that. Let me bring up the questions that we got last week. Eric, what's up, Eric? Always good to see you. Eric says, do you use keyword research like Href, SEMrush, or Google Keyword Planner? Oh, I guess that was for Terry. Yeah, that's one way to go about it. Where was it? Here. Arbar says, hello, Booze. I assume you mean boss. Hello to you too. All right. Let's put this in all comments. And let's zoom in. Suresh Kumar G, who I met in person at India SEO conference, who I'd known before, but I met in person for the first time, says SEO attributions. How can we track X keyword led to a lead and revenue? And this is crucial to move away from retainers. It's tough. Google doesn't really give you that information unless you get it through AdWords. And even then, I don't find it super accurate. There are some third-party tools that can help, and UTM tags can help a little bit in combination with those, but it's not easy. I don't know of a good way to track that. I wish I did, because I agree. I think that would make it super helpful, not only for for client SEO. Where did it go? Why did it change? That's weird. Not only for client SEO, but for your own sites, right? Like, it's just nice to know. Like, I would love to know that on Legiit, and I can get a little bit of a sense of it, but Google really just doesn't give you the information that you truly need to do that, to answer that. How do we find the best white label partners? You need to clearly define who it is you want to work with, whether it's home service businesses, whether it's SEO agencies. And I know you said white label, but that really applies to any model of service business, like marketing business, and who that is. And then just outreach to them, like use scraping tools, or you just use Google to find them once you have defined who you want to work with. So use a customer avatar generator. We have one on Legiit for campaigns. I might have to make a separate one for that. Let me do a push notification real quick so we can get the freelancers here, because this is their day. Not necessarily, but you get me. All right. One moment, ladies, gentlemen, and Keith. Heyo. All right. I just want to send this out to everyone, because freelancers respond to push notifications for some reason. I guess they like the app or something. So anyhow, all right, getting that out there. Where was I? Yeah, just you got to identify who you want to work with, and then go find them, whether it's through Google or Yelp or Yellow Pages or whatever. And then just explain why their life would be better with you being their white label partner. When and how do you upsell secondary services to your clients? When is I mean, you can always try at any point, but once you've delivered them something and proven that you're good at one thing and built that trust up with them, then you can offer them something additional. So if if you're doing PPC and you're getting consistent results, be like, we could save you some money on this by upselling you, not say upsell, but using our organic search program. Or if you're getting them organic search, it'd be like, Google's one of the biggest traffic sources, but there's also social media, and then upsell them into social media. So I think once you've established skill and trust, then you can try to do more. Thoughts on website vanity metrics? How or why is there such a huge difference in a Moz DA and an Ahrefs DA or DR? The reason I ask is because vendors are claiming high, powerful DA metrics for Moz. Then when you get the links, they crap below. So you have to decide. There's a lot to unpack here. So those metrics are not necessarily vanity metrics, but they also aren't gospel. So I do see a correlation between, not always, but sometimes see a correlation between higher ranking sites having higher domain authority, or what the hell does DR even stand for? Domain rating, I guess. But you have to look at the reason of why they have that, because it is possible to manipulate those things. So you need to look at the backlinks of those links to see if they have power or not. As for why they're different, it's just completely different things. It'd be like asking why what Burger King doesn't carry a Big Mac, or why McDonald's doesn't carry a Whopper. It's just different products that are coming up with it different ways. So them having a high DA and a low DR does not mean that they're crap. It might, but those are two separate things. So you need to figure out what criteria you think are important for powerful links, because since that's the main reason it seems to be that you're asking, and then come up with what you think is a good link and evaluate it based on that. Because I know people that sell their links based on DA, and I get good links from them. I know people that sell links based on DA and they're garbage. Same with DR or any other metric. So you have to use that as a guide, as a starting point, and then evaluate why that site has or does not have high metrics. And another thing is you can get really good links that have complete shit metrics too. I showed it, I think last week, but if you just look for relevant links from blogs that are super relevant and are active, and active doesn't necessarily mean getting traffic, just active in that the person is regularly posting to them. If you go, I used how to train your dachshund as an example earlier this week, which was a bad choice because I don't know how to spell dachshund very well. And you go search on like page 4 and find an active blog, you can get a good link from that. So I guess the long and short of it is you need to figure out which metrics are important to you and use that as one of the tools to evaluate the quality of a site or a link or whatever else. So I hope that answers your question. How can I learn link building without buying any courses? YouTube, I guess, is probably the best answer, because normally I would say, try it yourself, but I can't imagine trying to learn link building from just application. Like, I think you do have to understand some fundamentals. So try some free channels. Maybe maybe Chris Palmer. I like Chris. I know him personally, but truth is I haven't really watched his channel much. I think he does a lot with link building, though. That might be a good one. I have a few things on link building. And if you shoot me a DM, I might be able to help you out, Kazi. How to find quality guest posts. All right. So this kind of goes into the last two questions kind of relate. So let's just do an example. All right. So suppose you have a website. I'm going to not use the dachshund example again, because I don't know how to spell dachshund very well. Suppose you have a website on how to train, like a dog training website with a section on beagles, and you want to rank, you get a link for your page, how to train your beagle to sit. So what you might do is search how to train a beagle, and then come down, because the first page is going to be parasite shit for the most part. Not necessarily though. Like there's one or two dog sites on here, but then go down to like page 4 and see if you can find some blog like Dogster or Beagle Training or trybeagles.org. These all seem like sites that are relevant. Then you can look at it and you see this pretty clearly, I think, is just a dog blog. So what you can say, you can try to find a way to contact them. Contact us. And just put, this is better for niche edits than it is for guest posts, but you can play with it and make it work either way. But just say something like, hey there, I loved your article on, what was it? Fuck. How do I train on your post on how to train your beagle. I'm a beagle lover myself. Oh, actually, I have a site on beagle training myself, and I shared your article on my Facebook page, and my audience loved it. I actually wrote a post on how to train your beagle to sit that I thought might help your audience. If you want, you can link to it here. Link. Or maybe I could have you write a post for my site, or I could write one for yours. I just want to help all the beagle lovers out there. Something like that. Play with the wording and things like that. But that's a great way to get links. And this site might suck for all I know. Like, let's bring up Ahrefs, but it's an active site that's very relevant. And those links will be usually cheaper because SEOs are short-sighted and only think about metrics. And so therefore they don't get hammered with guest post. I mean, they probably still do, but they won't get hammered with guest post requests as often as like sites with quote unquote good metrics. But actually this one is ranking for a lot of shit. So they probably do get hammered with guest post requests. So it might not work for this particular example. So let me grab one of the others. I'm surprised that a site ranking that low is that trafficked. So I got Dogster on here. Let's see. Let's try this one. Try Beagles. I bet this one doesn't have near. Actually, we want the domain near the. Yeah, see this one. I mean, it's got a little bit of traffic, but that's probably an actual enthusiast. Let's take a look at the site. As opposed to like a big brand. Try Beagle Rescue of North Carolina. See, that's someone that just genuinely cares about these little bastards. I don't really like dogs, but that one's cute as hell. So that would be a good opportunity to get a pretty good link. So I hope that helps answer that question. All righty, let's see. Stop sharing, present stream. All right. Let's jump over to my personal profile where I had a couple of questions. I hit my goal for the second week on this, by the way, although my views have dropped to about 700,000. They were up to like 760 or 70 the other day. So I need to do a giveaway or something. And I think I know what I'm going to do. Where is it? Rest in peace, James. All righty. There was only one question here, I believe. Maybe there were more. I don't know. All righty. Manidip, who many of you saw me get schema from maybe 2 weeks ago. Great guy. Also met him at India SEO conference after having known him for years. How to create a personal brand who is an SEO and approach people to get legit leads. People do not generally like getting promotional DMs. I know those. So sending promotional DMs right off the bat is, in my opinion, I don't know if it's sheer disrespect. It can work, but it's not ideal. I fucking hate it. And I know most people do too. So the way to create a personal brand is literally what I'm doing right now. And literally what I did to get you to ask me that in the first place is just be valuable, have your own content that you're constantly putting out, but get involved in communities and be helpful with no expectation of a direct return. Don't be transactional. That's what a lot of people do wrong when they're trying to create a personal brand, is they are transactional. Now, what I mean by that is, yes, we're doing that as a means to an end. We want people to give us shit, but we can't do that. Like when I say transactional, it's like, I will answer this question for you if you give me this. You just need to be helpful, and then people will start you as an expert, and then they will actually come to you and ask you for help, or you can charge them things. So create a lot of content, power it with some ads if you have some budget, and what was the other thing? Oh, be helpful in various communities. So that's kind of how you do that in SEO or anything else. So say Funmi, I'm just going to call you John. It says, hi, Chris. I'm a freelance as a website designer. I begin on Legiit, but now I have not made any money. So I've kind of already answered that. You need to do a better job of showing your webs. First of all, I know English is not your first language, but work on your English in text. It's not fair, but people are going to judge you for that. So answer that, or do that, and then just show your websites to people. If you're good, buy them, or maybe find someone who you want to do a website for and do a mock-up of it and say, this is what I can do. How would you like that? Or something like that. So, all right. So explain why we don't have gigs, and you need to ask support that, because that is the fact that you're even asking that tells me that you aren't ready to be a success at freelancing. And what I mean by that is you should not be spending your time dinking around on the site trying to find yourself. You should be out there nobody cares. What good does it do you to know if you can find you? You need to go out and get you in front of other people who can give you money. You can't pay yourself. Okay. Instead of trying to find you, get yourself in front of other people and spend that time that way, instead of just dicking around looking at your search rankings. So, and that applies to you SEOs too. You spend way too much time, and I'm guilty of this too. You spend way too much time looking at your own rankings rather than looking at, rather than marketing yourself. So hopefully that's the answer to that. iCar, did I miss any up here? No. iCar says, hi, Chris, is the rank and rent model still a good business model? It can, absolutely. I mean, I don't like it that much myself. I much prefer personally, I prefer to work on my own sites, and then after that, I prefer clients, because, then you're just one conversation away from getting paid. With rank and rent or lead gen, you have to do all the work before you get paid. So that's why I don't care for it. But yeah, I know people absolutely crushing it with rank and rent. So yes, it just depends on your preference. What can we learn today? Anything you want, I'm here for you. if everything is fine with my service, will my service grow? I don't know what if everything is fine means, but yes, everything needs to be good and excellent before you can ever attempt to get any sales. And then you need to go out and get some sales to prove to us that you are worthy of our customers and our traffic. That's how we vet people. On top of the 66 things you have to get right before you can even list your service, just getting it listed doesn't mean people are going to see it. Then you have to go out and prove to us via promoting it or promoting it through us or various other things that you are worthy of our customers. Okay. Our customers are extremely important. They're trying to run businesses, and I am not going to endanger their livelihood. And I'm not saying this is you, but I am not going to endanger their livelihood by promoting somebody who can't do the job or who will fuck their business up. So you have to prove to us that you are willing and capable of taking care of our customers. And sorry for the rant there, but it is what it is. Thanks for review. It's really helpful. Good. I think I reviewed yours last week. Terry says, I want to create a Loom type video presentation around content related to my services on Legiit. Would it be okay to post it on Legiit Facebook group and Superstar SEO group? What's your take on it? Yes, as long as it's educational and helpful and not just promotional. So I know that you're a copywriter, for example. Give some copywriting tips and help people with that, or whatever it is that you want to help with, but be helpful and not promotional, and we will approve it. Hearts. Eric says, also remember that small local sites are amazing for local SEO. Yeah, I mean, I used I don't know why I always use the dachshund example or the dog example, because I don't have a dog site. I don't know anyone that has a dog site, and I don't really like dogs very much. But yeah, I agree. As a matter of fact, let me give an example. Let's see. It's a shitty example, but it's still a good example. I know that's kind of contradictory, but hear me out. So I think I rank in the top 3. Sometimes I rank number 1. Sometimes it changes. For Myrtle Beach SEO with a fake site of mine. I know where these guys are. That's interesting. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's branded. That's why. Yeah, but look at that. 2 spots in the maps, because that's how I do. And it looks like I've dropped to number 3. Sometimes I'm number 1. Anyhow, it's a fake site anyway. Like the phone number and the email on it don't even work. So I don't really give a shit. I just use it for demo purposes. But one of the ways that I've hey, this is a new one. I wonder if that's somebody I know. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh, it's Obsidian. Okay. So that's funny. They bought a new domain, and it's a shitty old looking site, but actually I think this is the same guy as New Sun. Yeah, it is. That's funny. This is the same guy as this. His name, I forget his name. I've seen him at the gym. He's kind of a douche. Well, I shouldn't say that. He looks like a douche. I haven't actually spoken to him. But anyhow, yeah, that's him. I lost my train of thought. So I want to show some of the sites that I have that I use to rank that. Let's see where it is. This has changed. There must have been an update recently, because this has changed. Or it might be because I'm searching from home. There's my Chamber of Commerce link. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I wonder if this is the same guy. Yeah, I wonder if this is one of mine. Nah, I don't think so. This is fake as hell, though. All right. If you've ever heard of the People of Walmart website, this is them. A 3-ring focus. They're based here in Myrtle Beach. Here we go. This is mine, and it's basically a PBN. I mean, it's not exactly a PBN, but it's basically just a site that I set up to use others. A pumper site is what I call these. And you can see it's just an EMD with a single, well, I guess it's got a few other pages, but mostly just one page. and it looks like absolute dog shit. But it's pushing that site. I guess you can't see that's linking to the first site that I showed you, and those help a lot. So yeah, so I agree, I guess, is the summary there. Good brother, thank you. Thanks for the advice, Chris. I'm going to implement right away. Wonderful. All right, so there was a question over here. It wasn't actually for the live stream, but I'm going to show it anyway because why not? All right. This is on the ranking. It's funny, somebody else asked during ranking rent, but this is on the demo of that plugin that I showed. Does anybody not know what I'm talking about here? If not, I'll show it afterwards. But it was Adam Yang, and he asked, how would one track metrics as such as calls or leads generated? You don't need to with rank and rent. The whole point of rank and rent versus lead gen is that you're renting out the site, and whatever they get is what they get. You're not charging per lead, you're charging a monthly retainer. So you wouldn't, but you can't, at least not with my plugin. Maybe with some others you can, but that would get very involved. And that's beyond my skills as a developer. But you don't need to for rank and rent. The whole point is you rent the whole site. So think of it as if you rented like an office building, or just say an office in an office building. You're going to get your rent whether they show up or not. And I say that because, well, the reason that occurs to me is I have an office building here in Myrtle Beach that I never, ever, 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 ever go to. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Let me see if there's anybody else. Abdullah. No, he was responding to a question. We might be caught up. If you have any more questions, drop them away. I'm surprised that more freelancers didn't show up, because last week it was almost nonstop review my service on Facebook, or my Facebook on Legiit. But today there was hardly any. Let's see what Hussein said. Is a scope of surfer SEO writing on Legiit? I'm not sure what he means by that. If he's asking if there is a need for surfer SEO writing services, a little bit, but truth is there just isn't much business for writing services anywhere on the internet now, at least not like there was before ChatGPT. As much as I would like to say, yeah, list it, and you should, but I wouldn't expect a lot of money from it, because people don't want to pay for content anymore. They want to push 4 buttons and get content done for them. So, all right, let's see. This is probably it. Can't seem to locate the Chrome extension you created. That's because I haven't shared it publicly yet. I will, let me do that right now, actually. Now, it is, it's not available on the Chrome store yet. I haven't applied. I will do that this week. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure it can't be that hard. That's what she said. So anyway, let me see. Lead Scout Buddy. And I'll go ahead and show this as well. Not rename. Send to zip. Upload. Copy link. So there we go. I'll put that in the chat here for anybody that wants it as well. This is the latest version, and this is the one I'm going to try to publish on the Chrome store. But I'll go ahead and demonstrate it too, since there aren't any questions right now. In fact, what I'll do is remove it and show you how, because I don't know. I imagine not everyone knows how to. I lost my train of thought. I imagine not everyone knows how to add an extension to Chrome. So what I'm going to do is zoom. Well, I don't need to zoom. Let's zoom back to normal. It's just distracting. So what you do is you go to manage extensions, and you make sure that developer mode is turned on. And then you're going to click load unpacked. And then you're going to find the unzipped, you're going to unzip that folder. And then you're going to find the folder that it unzips to. And you can't see me doing this because of the way I have the screen, but select folder. And you see that will put it in there along with this little thing there. And then what you'll notice is in your extensions, you'll find Legiit Lead Finder. Now this does a few different things. The first one is if you searched, for example, home remodeling Pueblo, you'll notice, let me zoom, under each result, there is this box that shows the SEO score. Now that's very general. It's basically a weighted average of these 4 things and a couple other things. It's not like a gospel or comprehensive score, but it shows if the site has SSL, if it has schema, if it has a Google business profile, if it has analytics. If so, the site has optimal SEO and it's not an ideal lead for you because you can't really help them. But if you come down here to this one is missing SSL, it's missing schema, or excuse me, it has SSL and it has schema, but it's missing GBP and Google Analytics. So this is a good lead because you can contact them and offer to set up a GBP for them, offer to install Google Analytics for them, and then upsell them into whatever your service is, SEO, marketing, whatever. So there's that one. And then if you go to this site to look for the contact information and you forget what it did or didn't have, you can just click this little thing down here and that will, that will show you what the score and the different things, and it'll tell you that it's a lead opportunity. I need to change this call to action. I don't know what is perfect for that. Eventually I want it to direct to the thing that's missing, but I'm going to have to get our developers to help with that because I don't know how to do that. But yeah, that's just there. And then and then you can toggle those off if you find that they're annoying or whatever. Like if you just want to turn them off for some reason, I added that. You can't see that either. Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. Share window, entire screen. Yeah, up here you can turn on or off the different things. Also, I'll get a link from anybody that installs this, so thank you for that. But there's that, and then the other thing I do and is just for fun. But if you go to say Fiverr and you give it a second, why is it not working? There we go. It says, "Wouldn't you rather get this done on Legiit? Go away," and do that, and it also works on Upwork. And maybe some others. And this was accidental when I was designing it. God damn it. But it makes it impossible. Why are they showing me all these? It makes it impossible for you to log in unless you turn this off. And you can turn it off by doing this. So that's what it does. I'll grow it in the future, but that's what it does for now. Anybody that wants that, it is in the chat, and I will go on. I forget what I was going to say. Icar says, "What's your opinion on Google AI overview? Looks like the big kahuna wants to steal traffic and content from websites with long track records." I mean, I've gotten a few Google AI overviews, which is nice. Obviously, it means less website traffic, but from a user point of view, it's not the worst thing in the world. As much as I would like it to be, like if I search how to boil an egg, like that's all I really need to know. But if I go to this picture, video, hard-boiled eggs are great to have, things you'll need, you know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. I think it's a better user experience. I hate to say that because, you know, It's not great for, especially for publishers. Like, but for local SEO, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't know, plumber, Milwaukee. Like, I guess there isn't even one there. So for publisher sites, yeah, that sucks. But let's take a look. I think I have quite a few of these for Legiit. So where is it? More filters, SERP features, AI overview. Apply. Show results. Yeah, like why is it showing? Fucking thing. I only want it anyway. Like this one, I am apparently in the AI overview for. And that gets 500 searches a month. Ooh, we dropped some for source file. We used to be number one, but let's see. Yeah, so we actually have the AI overview there. So whether that actually drives us traffic, who knows? But at least we show up there, you know. But I think that as much as I hate it, I think it's a good thing. Let's see. Here's my favorite example of AI being better than Google search. Does Novocaine have post-credit scene? No, it doesn't. If I was to actually look at the fucking site, pardon my language, but this is just a huge pet peeve of mine. This one's actually not bad. But usually, that's probably because it's a Yahoo. Usually it takes like some site like this. Okay, so shit on my example then. Generally, when I search that, it's on some blog and it's in like the 8th paragraph. And then if I ask AI, it's like yes or no. So that's always the example I use. Of course, I tried to use it with the movie I saw yesterday, which, by the way, but yeah. All right, so I'm really stunned that there haven't been more review my profile type things today because yeah, recipe blogs are a great example of that. Chicken parmesan recipe. No AI overview, of course, but let's take a look. My version of chicken parmesan is a little different in the way they do it in restaurants, and then it does have some data facts. Data facts, that's contradictory. It's no doubt the most popular non-pasta dish in Italian-American restaurants, and while it's delicious, the meal may seem fancy. In fact, who gives a fuck? Like, just tell us how to make it. Whereas if you were to go to ChatGPT or any other AI, I assume, and say, how do I make chicken parm? I spell Parmesan different than they do. Chicken Parmesan is delicious. Oh, Jesus. Even they're giving us two. Well, that's not as bad, but yeah, see, they just tell us what to do. Pierce Brown. I think that was the one, the author I was looking for, the book I was reading. It's called Red Rising. It's very, very good. So yeah, I'm rambling, but yeah, you can see that this is where I think publishers are going to need to change their thinking because people don't want to read 84 paragraphs. They want answers, and AI is much better at giving answers than is blogs in most cases. So publishers, I especially see niche bloggers. I'm rambling now, but I especially see niche bloggers on like on TikTok, not TikTok, on Twitter, complaining about how their site got decimated. But like, I just want the answer. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So let's see if we got any more questions. If not, we may wrap up soon. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to talk about or discuss or ask? I'm really stunned. Let me just say, let me just try this. Facebook. Start targeting more bottom of funnel keywords. That's the solution. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are still going to get boned. Like it's still going to like be the AI overview and then Reddit and then some Forbes post and you know what I mean. So it does suck, but like part of it is because they don't deserve it. You know, I hate to be the tough love guy because most times tough love is just an excuse for being an asshole. But I think that that's the answer. You know. Um, ask me anything. All right. We'll see how many people we got on. It's actually picked up some. We got about 14 people watching, which for a Sunday afternoon is not bad. Although yet last week it was much better. Although I guess there's it's like St. Patrick's Day or something this weekend. So it's an excuse for people to get drunk because Lord knows we need that. All right, I'll give it another 2 or 3 minutes and then I'm going to call it. Tomorrow we'll get back to our case studies and other things. I don't know what else to say. So, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here in just a second because I have shit to do today. Some of it I even want to do. So, beard's getting a little thick. By any chance, do you practice anything in the manifestation affirmation kind of thing? Kinda. I definitely think if you want something and you do if there's something you want to do and you're doing the actions to get it, you can make that happen. I don't think the way that The Secret teaches it really works where you just sit and wish for it to happen. But I do think that you can manifest things in the sense that if you want it enough, it'll force you to do the steps needed to do it, even if you don't realize you're doing them. So that's kind of, I don't think the woo woo portion of it really works though. What is the best SEO tools site like as SEMrush or Ahrefs? It just depends on what you want it for. For backlink analysis, I hate them as a company, but Ahrefs I think is probably the winner. Yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. Last minute super chat, sure. I keep forgetting to do that lately. Share screen. If you want to donate $2 and get yourself a piece of legit merch and have your donation go to charity at the end of the month, you can do that. Goes to charity. Donate. Tor. No, I knew I missed a letter. Tor gets legit merch. You can't see what I'm doing. There you go. Thanks. Start goal. So you can donate $2 and get yourself some legit merch and have it go to a good cause. At the beginning of April, I'll see how much I've made from super chats in March. And then we're going to donate that to a suicide prevention charity once I just do some research and find the reputable one. And then I'll match however much we get. So if we get $200, I'll put in $200 of my own and give them $400. Last month we donated to Claire's Place Foundation, which is for cystic fibrosis. which is just a horrible condition. And it was inspired by a brilliant young woman. So we'll try to find something great in suicide prevention, whatever. I don't want to call it a niche, but you get me. For those of you that are in SEO, you know why I'm choosing that this month. So, but I will give that a minute or two. Alameen, what do you need to do? That's how you really reverse that, because SEMrush and Ahrefs both have their strong points. So I know it just depends is like cliche, but it really does just depend. Dev with a donation. Thank you, Dev, of 40 rupees, I think is what your currency is called. Thank you, Dev. Shannon with a $2 donation. Thank you, Shannon. It will go to a good cause. That's Shannon's 5th donation. At least that's what it says here on the screen. I assume that's what that means. I could have swore there were more. But thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Dev. Let's take a look and see how we're doing this month. Although it's doesn't really break it down all that well to the different revenue types. This was yesterday's live stream, by the way. I forgot and just did one in my car. See, analytics. Let's see so far in March how we're doing just in general. 5% less. That's because I got skimpy on a couple of the live streams and a couple of my videos flopped. But it is what it is. Maybe it's under earn. Yeah, let's see. Supers. It doesn't tell me the date. Oh. All right. Yeah, here we go. So. Looks like we're doing pretty well, actually. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52, 54, 64. Whoa. I'm going to put that one towards that. So let me just try that again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52, 54. I don't know if that's $100 that comes out to, but we'll just assume 154, 156, 158, 160, 162, 202, 204, 206, 208, 210, 212, 214, 216, 218, 220, 222, 322, 362, 364, 369. I'm guessing that some of these are not right. 374, 379, for like $400 or so. But I think I'm probably converting some of that wrong. So we'll see. But whatever we make will go to a good cause, and it will get matched by me from my own personal money. 1 USD is 85. I can't do that in my head. So I'll figure it out later. I know it depends on me for user experience. I enjoyed today's discussion. Why, thank you, Alameen. And by the way, I recently learned that that's the right way to address someone that has MD for Muhammad. So I've been struggling with that for years. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Dev. Heyo. It's been a great session. We will be back tomorrow with a live stream. We'll start. The website is done for our case study. It's going to need some content, which sucks. I wasn't counting on that, but it is what it is. Until then, do me a favor. If you're enjoying these things, please subscribe. Alameen, you said you enjoyed today's discussion. I hope that you will do me the favor of subscribing. I've put a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of effort into improving my channel and a lot of money. And I hope you will reward that with your subscribe. And what would really help is if you would share this video or any of my videos with your friends, your family, hell, even people you don't like. So if you could do that, it would be great. I put out a new video every week. I'm getting the right kind of people. The views aren't at a glance. You can't see my screen. Jesus Christ. At a glance, it looks like some of the videos aren't performing well, but they're performing to the right people. So we're on the right track. So your subscription would mean a lot to me. And if you could share it, that would be even great, even better. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for spending some time with me. I know you could have been anywhere in the world and you were here with me. I appreciate that. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.